Well, Karnataka Governor H.R. Bharadwaj met Prime Minister Narendra Modi today in Delhi. During the meet, he has gone on to express to Modi that it is unfair to ask the governors to submit their resignations under pressure, as the governors come under the purview of the President's office. He has also gone on to add that resigning from the post before completing their respective terms will send out a wrong message. Meanwhile, when questioned if the governor interacted with the Prime Minister regarding the Kaveri Management Board issue, he responded in the negative.
No, I had not met him after he has taken over. And I attended his oath, but he was too busy at that time. So he said, later on we'll meet. So now I wanted to meet him before demitting my office. That's it. And today we got time early, 11 o'clock. So just now I finished my meeting. And nothing, no special discussion.
Right, sir. Thanks.
Thank you.
Chhattisgarh governor resigned today. What do you think of this kind of development, sir?
I have spoken elaborately. We are all appointed by the President of India, and President of India is the authority who controls the governor. That means the government. The government is changed. Now this government is entitled to change governors also. Resigning is not in good taste, because that shows some sort of a resentment against the government. So we cannot identify with the political parties. Governors are independent constitutional offices. They have to adhere to the constitutional norm. And Prime Minister advises the President. So if Prime Minister advises that will replace a government, and President advises the governor, so that is a doctrine of pleasure in it, and there is nothing in which unusual. Governors are replaced, governors are appointed by cabinet decisions.
Moving on now, KPCC President G. Parameshwar has said that there will be an expansion of the cabinet soon. He also said after the present session of the Assembly, the cabinet might be expanded and a few of the ministers might be dropped for underperformance. The KPCC President has also gone on to state that any of the underperforming ministers who have not performed up to expectations will be dropped from the cabinet. He was recently elected as an MLC, and also G. Parameshwar's supporters have been demanding that he be made the Deputy Chief Minister.
ಮುಂದೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷ ಏನು ಭರವಸೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಚುನಾವಣೆಗೆ ಮೊದಲು, ಆ ಭರವಸೆಯನ್ನು ಈಡೇರಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ರಾಜ್ಯವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಬಾರಿ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಚರ್ಚೆಗಳು, ಸಲಹೆಗಳು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಈ ಅಧಿವೇಶನ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ನಾನು ಫೈನ್ ಟ್ಯೂನಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಆ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೇರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲ, ರಿಷಫಲ್ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಕೆಲವರು ಇನ್ನೂ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಿನ್ನೆ ಬಂದಂಥ ಏನು ಮಾತುಗಳು. ಅದನ್ನು ಸರಿಪಡಿಸಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಮೈನರ್ ರಿಷಫಲ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಅದನ್ನು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ನಾನು ಮುಂದೆ ದೆಹಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ವರಿಷ್ಠರ ಜೊತೆ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಆ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
Well, in fact, there we have it. G. Parameshwar going on to state that any of the ministers who will not be performing to the required level will be probably removed from the cabinet, and there will be a detailed check done for the same, after which there might also be a possibility of G. Parameshwar pushing through his supporters to be made the Deputy Chief Minister, a demand that has been standing for long now. And while the heavy showers that lashed Bengaluru a week ago have not spared the Chief Minister's official residence, Krishna, as well. Though late, it is learned that 6 CCTV cameras installed in the Chief Minister's residence have stopped working. Now, despite a week since the incident, the officials have cared little to fix these CCTVs. Let's not forget that the region in and around the Chief Minister's residence is highly secured, and it is a must that CCTV cameras are installed here to ensure that each and every person entering and leaving the house or the area is noticed or is captured on these cameras. But for the last couple of weeks, ever since heavy showers hit Bengaluru, 6 CCTV cameras have stopped working, but the officials have done precious little to fix them. Well, what are the officials waiting for? Are they waiting for an unfortunate incident to take place before actually fixing these cameras? And moving on now, following the unscrupulous elements allegedly trying to sell several properties belonging to the Wadeyar family, Pramoda Devi, the wife of the late Sri Kanthadatta Narasimharaja Wadeyar, has approached the Lokayukta to look into the matter. It is learned that Pramoda Devi has submitted 5 complaints to the Lokayukta SP Jagadish. She has reportedly complained against North Division Sub-Inspector Ramprasad, East Division Sub-Registrar Girish, including others. But since the complaints don't come under his jurisdiction, the SP has handed over the case to the Upalokayukta. Well, Pramoda Devi today approached the officials regarding the recent instances of the Wadeyar family properties being illegally sold. As per the rules in place, the Wadeyar family properties cannot be re-registered, transferred or sold. This will be against the law, but recently it had come to light that property measuring 200 into 300 feet was sold off illegally using fake documents and registered under one Siddhama's name. The sub-registrar who registered the property has also come under the scanner, and Pramoda Devi has registered a complaint against him as well. And well, there is some bad news for onion and potato lovers in Namma city. The prices of onions are expected to double in the near future. It is also said that the prices of onions could rise up to 100 rupees by October. Well, the onion prices are poised to jump 100 rupees per kg by October, while potato rates may fall briefly but rise again despite government measures to boost supply by restricting exports, as hailstorms and unseasonal rainfall in the past, along with weak start of the monsoon season, has created scarcity and has strong inflationary pressures. Onions currently retailing for 20 to 30 rupees per kg in different parts of the country are particularly vulnerable despite the imposition of a minimum export price, and official estimates that 2013-2014 output would rise 14% to 192 lakh tons. This is because the rabi crop in Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh has been extensively damaged by adverse weather, and traders also state that there has been a 400% jump in the prices of seeds because of the scarcity in the market. And while Puneet starrer Rana Vikrama can breathe easy after courting controversy on submission of a DD of 1 lakh rupees, the Commissioner of Development Authority has given them a green signal to continue shooting in the heritage site of Hampi. Earlier, the Commissioner of Development Authority in Hampi, Gopal, had issued a notice to Rana Vikrama crew to stop shooting and remove the sets at Hampi as they had failed to seek prior permission. Well, the Puneet starrer movie had failed to seek appropriate permission and had started shooting, after which the officials had cracked down on them and had demanded that the sets be removed and the crew stop shooting until proper permission is sought. And after a DD of 1 lakh rupees was served, now the shoot has resumed at Hampi. And well, the Bettanagere movie is now facing yet another hurdle after the shooting has completed almost 80% of the film. The infamous Bettanagere Sina's mother has decided to move the court to stop the movie from being shot after the villagers have expressed opposition over the name of the village being used in the movie. Bettanagere is a small village in Nelamangala, and to show the sad plight of their village, a director by the name Mohan from the same village decided to shoot the film. But now the residents of the village feel that Bettanagere will be shown in poor light once the movie is screened. Well, Bettanagere Sina's mother has now approached the court demanding that the shoot be stalled immediately. Well, the man that you see in the television screens is the dreaded rowdy Bettanagere Sina. His mother has now approached court, and on the right-hand side of your television screens, the shoot on the sets of the Bettanagere movie. The movie, in fact, was directed by one Mohan, who is from the same village, who wanted to show the sad plight of the village. But unfortunately, the residents of the village feel that it will only defame their home further. Well, in fact, Bettanagere Sina's mother has now approached the court, and almost 80% of the movie is complete, which is quite a pity for the makers of the movie, as a substantial amount of funds have already gone into the movie being made. And now with trouble cropping up, the shoot might have to be stalled at least until this dispute has come to an end.